Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome. I am so excited to share with you today the 5 simple rules to be happy. These rules stopped me in my tracks when I saw them in my in-laws' house hanging on their fridge. They're so simple, yet so profound. And when you really dive into them, they can make profound changes in our lives. Today, we're going to review the 5 rules, and then we're going to go into the importance of them, and then go into actually how to implement. My intention is to take you from the knowing to the doing. So often we know the things, but then we don't actually do. So today, we're going to do them together. Because love, the time is now for you to step into your ultimate power and strength. This is your moment. And if we haven't met before, welcome, love. I'm Jessie Patterson. Please subscribe and let's be friends to create a life that loves you back, because you deserve this. So rule 1 for happiness. Free your heart from hatred. Think about how much hatred is often consuming our time and energy. And the hatred can show up in many different ways. It can show up in your life, in other people, yourself. So think about, where does hatred show up currently in your life? And it might be sneaky the way it's showing up. It can be self-hate, actions where you're not being kind to yourself. It can be hating in politics and the other party. It can be thinking about past relationships or current relationships, or even your past version of your activities and yourself. So really think about, where is hate showing up currently in your life? And then ask yourself, how can I free my heart from more hatred? This is your time. And when you ask yourself these questions, sometimes the things we don't realize that are holding us back show up for us. And I have a couple ideas of things you can do if this is really showing up strong for you. I'll provide the links down below. The first one is a 21-day Ho'oponopono challenge. Don't worry, you don't have to say it to join the challenge, but it helps heal relationships either with past or with yourself or with current people, and it can really create profound transformations in your life. There's also 11-day self-hug challenge that I'll provide below, and this can really help transform and increase more love in your life that helps reduce the hatred that you're feeling. And then the second rule for happiness is to free your mind from worries. So often we're so consumed by worries of the past, worries of the present, that they're stealing and robbing our joy. And you can think about, what are you regularly worried about? What are those things that are keeping you up at night, that you're thinking about in the shower, that are really consuming your time? And then you can ask yourself, what are those areas? Is it family, financial, political, worries about yourself? And really dive into what one of these worries are you maybe want to look at and let go a little bit of. Then you can ask yourself, how can I free myself from time spent worrying? This time is often consuming and stealing and robbing your joy. So now is the perfect time to look at it and let that go. There is a book called Chatter that absolutely transformed my life in this area, and I really highly recommend it for you. It's called The Voices in Our Head by Ethan Kross, and the book is titled Chatter. There's also the 11-day self-hug challenge. It's a goodie, so try it out. Plus, I'll provide a link down below for a breathing exercise video that I did that could really help you go from a worry state to find more calm short minutes. And I really suggest looking at this and finding ways that how can you support yourself to reduce the worries that are going on. All right, rule 3 for happiness: to live simply. And this one is so profound, because often we're chasing things that we want because we think it's going to provide the happiness. But think about how many things you currently have today in your life that you thought that would provide the happiness. And so living simply is really a profound way to look at things as, do we really need more to be happy? And I found that we don't. So how can you aim to live more simply today? What are the things that you can look at that you can simplify in your life? Whether that's decluttering your home or your office, whether that's reducing the amount of social engagements that you're going to and saying yes to, or even reducing to-do list items and seeing what can you simplify and what can you take out to actually experience and enjoy more. And then how can you commit to live more simply today? What's the one action or the one next step that you can do that will really help you look at this differently and maybe look at aligning some of your goals to, are these needed, or is there a way that I can actually look to live more simply? That can be today, decluttering for 1 minute. Start today and build up and set an alarm to do this daily. You can also say no to one thing that you don't want to do. You don't have to give reasons or justifications. If it feels bad in your body, it's a perfect reason to find a reason to say no. And I believe in you. You can do this. And rule 4 for happiness is give more. And this doesn't have to be financial. Often we're thinking about giving, we think, oh, I don't have enough, or I'm going to be rich to give. But where can you today aim to give more? What would that one thing look like? Whether that's smiles, more gratitude to yourself, gratitude to your loved ones, giving more compliments to others that you're thinking or noticing, but you're just not expressing. Is there more time that you can give to your loved ones, to people in your life that matter? Is it money? Is it a financial contribution to something that you really care about? Or how do you get involved with those organizations to see where your money's going and really feel the difference you're making in people's lives? And then how can you give more love? And it's such a great way when you start thinking about it, you can see different solutions. So ask yourself, how can I give more in a way that aligns with my values? What does that look like? How does that help change your day? Because I promise you, this one thing can really transform so much joy into your life and bring you so much happiness. So what can you do today? Smile once daily to a stranger. Start today. Send a genuine text of gratitude to someone, letting them know how much you care and appreciate them, or how grateful you are for something they recently did. You can also start a 30-day giving challenge, whether it's giving time or money or compliments, and really see what works for you. And rule 5 for happiness is to expect less. So often we are caught up in expecting more from others that then they disappoint us. But maybe when we look at where are these expectations coming from, and do we really need to expect more? And what can we do to change those expectations? Where in your life are your expectations draining you? This is such an important question because you can start becoming aware of the areas that you're expecting others. Maybe it's from your spouse or for yourself or from your kids. And where in your life can you start looking at that and looking to expect less? Whether that's yourself, work, home, loved ones. Where are those expectations really taking your energy? And then where can you reduce the expectations for more happiness and more joy? By making small tweaks regularly, you will make profound changes in your life. And this doesn't mean for settling for less, but rather finding joy in what unfolds naturally and learning to really find joy and gratitude for what is right now in this moment. Because so often we believe that what I will get next will provide that happiness, where it's often learning to be grateful for the now and all the things that you currently have that you used to dream about and hope for. And then also focusing on what you can control. Often we are expecting more from others, and that's not always in our control at all. So focus on what you can control and what's in your own wheelhouse. And focus on the process, not just the outcome. Because when we're so caught up in the outcome of an expectation, it can really let us down. So it's learning to enjoy the journey. So I want you to pause and take action now. What's the one thing that you can do right now in this delicious moment that will really help you cultivate happiness and bring more joy into your life? So pause the video, do the one thing. What can you do right now? Text a compliment, smile at someone. 1 minute of decluttering. I believe in you. This is your time. Please do this because nothing changes more than action versus thinking about it. You have the time and you're ready for your next micro step. I believe in you so deeply, and I really believe these changes will help you. So I really want you to remember the 5 simple rules to be happy. Free your heart from hatred. Free your mind from worries. Live more simply. Give more and expect less. These 5 simple rules can truly transform your life. and I believe in you. This is your time to start implementing them. And you can go back and rewatch the video. So what is your next step for change? Your time is now, love. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification. Hit a juicy like if you enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to see you next time. Sending you lots of love.